Hi, I'm in Phuket, Thailand, and there's a reason why I'm in Phuket today, and that is because I want to review this car right there. This is the Ora Good Cat, made by Great Wall Motors. It is made in China, and there's a reason I want to review this, and let me explain more. Let's get into it.
Hey Tom, it's the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather. First I want to say congratulations on your YouTube channel. Everybody needs to follow your YouTube channel. So what everyone needs to do is subscribe to Tom Peng. Great guy, great person. Tom, keep up the great work.
So when you look at this particular vehicle, there's something that looks awfully familiar. It looks like another car, but maybe you just can't quite figure it out. But let me tell you what this car looks like. This car looks like a Porsche, right? It has that Porsche essence, and in fact, if you take a side view, this car looks like a Porsche and a Mini when they had a baby, and they would have the Ora Good Cat, all right? And this looks like a really cute car. From any angle, it looks kind of cute. Even from this angle, and maybe the back as well. So again, the brand is Ora. It's made by Great Wall Motors, and the model is the Good Cat. And you know what Chairman Mao said? Chairman Mao doesn't care if it's a white cat or a black cat. It's a good cat if it can catch mice. Let's find out if this Good Cat can catch mice. So the Good Cat logo looks like an exclamation mark, right? So it's an exclamation mark, and the car generally looks roundish, not square. It's very voluptuous, let's just say. It's not a big car. It's probably a B segment crossover, and let's get inside. Oh wait, this is Thailand, of course. We have to drive on the wrong side of the road, so we have to get into the driver's seat here. So when you get into the Ora driver's seat, of course, you see this beautiful steering wheel, dual tone, and the logo right here. And let me just close the door here, and you get a very standard dual screen. One is your navigational map and other features, and this one is your driver dashboard. And let me explain that more. But first of all, I gotta turn on the AC because it's quite hot here in Phuket. Oh yeah. Alright, so when you look down here, you also see this Mini inspired buttons that you can push. And when you look down here, when you look at the gear changer, this looks like when VinFast VF E34 had a baby with Bentley, because this wheel looks like a Bentley wheel, but it's designed in a way that you can change gears just like, you know, the VinFast VF E34. Alright, so drive, neutral, reverse, like so. The design of the interior, I would say, is minimalistic, right? So it has all the basic functions. There are not too many buttons to confuse you, although there is a lot of buttons on the steering wheel. So as you can see, the steering wheel looks kind of busy with all these buttons, but in a way that's good or bad, because you have all the functions available to you as a driver. So that's good, I guess. Now I have to say the driver's seat feels very comfortable. The material in the seat and the cushioning makes me feel very comfortable. I hear that in the higher end model of this car, and by the way, the Good Cat is actually the lowest entry level model made by Ora. So, but the higher trim of this car actually comes with massaging seats. Not available in this car, so we can't possibly test that. The passenger seat looks roomy, and I have my camera equipment there. And the back seat looks generally roomy as well, and we're gonna try that out right now. So let's get into the back seat and see how that feels like. So the back seat does offer ample legroom, about 1 fist here. It does offer reasonable headroom, about 1 fist here as well. This is generally a fairly compact car, so for that, this is actually pretty good. and there's not a whole lot of amenities. There is one USB charging port there, and that's about it. You get power windows like any other car, and this handle, because when you're driving in Tom's car, you know, you need this handle because, you know, I drive kind of crazy. Take a look at the trunk space. So the Ora has terrible trunk space. This might look like it's ample storage space. However, because the way the door closes, it's kind of slanted this way, so you actually do not get a lot of storage space. You can only fill this trunk space to about this much, all right? Anything above this, you will block the back door. So not very good trunk space. If you need to carry a lot of luggages, like I was in Phuket, I need to carry a lot of stuff. This would not fit. So actually I have to put my luggages in the back seat. Let's get on the road and test out this car. Actually, before we get on the road, let me just show you that it does come with a nice sunroof. Let's see how we open that. Like so. That's really cute. And it can open the shade all the way up to the second row, and you can also open up the roof so that there's a little bit of spacing here, allowing air to come through. And now we're gonna close it and close the sunshade. A bit about the center console. The center console in this particular car does not come with Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. However, I believe in the more recent year models, it does come with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. I'm not sure whether it's a year model issue or maybe this is just a lower trim Good Cat, but I was not able to get Android Auto here. And what does the center console come with? Well, it comes with a map that's in Thai, and it has some climate control functions here, and it does have options for you to connect to Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. However, I was not able to get Bluetooth to work because, again, mainly I believe I don't know how to use this console because it's in Thai and there's apparently no options to change language to English, although there's Chinese instructions here and also English instructions here, but I was not able to get the center console to change language to English. And what we're seeing right here is the back up camera. It does have cameras on all sides of the car. So now let's get on the road and I will tell you the driving experience in the Ora Good Cat, and also let me tell you why I feel it's imperative for me to review this car for you. So let's get on the way. Put in drive and off we go. Of course, seat belt, that's important because people drive pretty fast here in Thailand. So we want to keep ourselves safe, and off we go. So we're actually in Phuket in the Padang area. This is a very popular tourist destination, and because I don't know the roads here in Phuket, I will rely on my Google Maps to give me directions. And I'm driving on the wrong side of the road, so I have to be extra careful because I don't want to be driving into opposite traffic. Gotta turn right here. Sometimes I have to remember turning right means I have to look this way. It's opposite of Vietnam, all right? So opposite of Canada. So everything, all the driving habits need to change. But after 3 days, I can say that I'm getting used to right-hand drive cars, and I'm used to the traffic rules here. In fact, I would have to say that Thailand drivers are very courteous because I made a lot of mistakes while I was here because, you know, I'm not used to driving on the right-hand side, and even though I make a lot of mistakes, but the other drivers in Thailand, in Phuket, they're very, very forgiving. You know, they don't honk at me, they don't yell at me, they don't get angry at me. They have a lot of patience with me, even as I make those mistakes. So I have to say thumbs up to Thailand drivers. And back to this car. So I decided I want to come to Thailand and test this out myself. So I rented this car for about 3 days, and I've taken this car all over Phuket, the old town, the new town, the north and the south. I put over 500 kilometers on this car. In fact, I've driven this car so much that it ran out of battery, and I could not find the charging infrastructure here. I could not find charging station here. I end up calling the rental company, and they sent me a second car fully charged to replace the old car. So I have to say that the charging infrastructure here in Thailand is not that well developed, all right? So I was not able to find any charging station, even though they tell me that, you know, you can find it anywhere at any PTT gas station, you will find charging facilities, but that is not true. When we went to those charging facilities, even the ones advertised on Google Maps, they don't exist. So I had some trouble with that. So let me first explain why I really wanted to do the review of this car. You see, I've heard that Chinese cars are getting better and better and better.
Turn right.
In particular, their range is amazing. So I've heard rumors that this particular car, the Ora Good Cat, can do 500 kilometers on a full charge. So I thought that was pretty amazing, all right? I wanted to see if this is fairy tale or reality. And let me tell you that I have put over 500 kilometers on this car. And if you drive like Peng, all right, which is like crazy driver, then you can actually put about 400 kilometers on this vehicle on a full charge. If you drive conservatively, you can hit 500 kilometers in this car. I've done both, and I know this car is capable of doing it. And this car does not have some kind of a big ass battery. This only has a 46 kilowatt hour battery. So I cannot tell you what kind of battery technology they put into this car, but I can tell you that it actually gives you about 142 horsepower. So it is not a fast car, but it's not a slouch either. When you put the car into the sport mode, which I'm doing right now, it actually has a little bit of oomph, all right? It can actually push you into the back of the seat a little bit, not a lot, but this is not a fast car, you know, but it's adequate for, I think, most roads, most driving conditions. So all the rumors about these Chinese cars coming out with exceptional range, I have to say it is true. And I know there are many of my Vietnamese viewers, they don't have a very good perception of China, but you know what, I don't care. All right, first of all, I'm not Chinese, I'm not a Chinese spy. I do not benefit from saying anything good about China, right? But let's face it, there are some good Chinese manufacturers that produce high quality electric vehicles. I did not even talk about the build quality of this car, which is also exceptional. I mean, everything is just so well put together. And this car is probably a couple years old, and it doesn't feel that way. It feels like it is a brand new car. It drives exceptionally well. All the panels are properly lined up. The build quality is amazing. The reason I find this truly amazing is because you can buy this car in Thailand, and in fact a lot of people buy this car in Thailand because this is a popular electric car here. And you can also buy this car in Malaysia, and this is actually affordable. It will cost you about 120,000 Malaysian ringgit. I don't know how many US dollar that is, or Vietnamese dong, but that is cheap. You can do the, I assume my team will put the conversion in on screen here for you to see. But this is a cheap car, affordable. Anybody can afford this car. Well, most people can afford this car. Middle class people can afford this car, right? And it has long range, meaning that you don't have range anxiety when you drive this car. You can feel fairly comfortable, like I was when I was driving this car all around Phuket. And I feel that, wow, the battery is still 80% full, and then 70% full, and then 60% full. And I was driving long distance, and I just feel very, very safe. I don't worry about the range. Like I said earlier, this car looks a little bit like the Porsche and Mini when they had a baby, right? And there's a reason for it, because actually they hired the former designer of Porsche to design this car. And in fact, if you look into the whole Ora lineup, this is the entry-level car, which I love because this is the car that everybody can afford. But they also make some high-end cars, are very high performance. So this car in the Southeast Asian market is called the Ora Good Cat, but in European market it's called the Ora Funky Cat. All right, I forgot the name of the high performance model of the Ora, but you can look into it, and that actually gives you similar performance to, let's say, Porsche Panamera or Porsche Taycan. And that is just fucking amazing, probably for a fraction of the price. But today we're gonna focus on the Ora Good Cat. The reason I'm reviewing this car is because if we want an electrified car future, we need more cars like this, all right? By Chinese makers, by Vietnamese makers, by US makers, by European makers. We need more affordable electric cars like this one. And this is going to push people to adopt electric cars because, one, they're affordable, two, they have long range, and frankly the build quality is really good and the driving experience is really good. I'm saying it's not a fast car, all right? It's not a fast car by any means, but it's adequately fast and it's very stable. It drives really good. In fact, it's very comfortable. It has better suspension than VinFast. And you know, I think this is a car I would buy anywhere in the world as long as they sell it there. We need VinFast, we need Volkswagen, we need Mercedes, we need BMW, we need Toyota, we need Kia, we need Hyundai to make cars like this for the general masses, for the middle class, for the middle lower class, that they can afford and enjoy. And that's when we truly achieve an electrified car future, and that's how we're gonna save our environment, because you know there is an environment crisis with all the, why is the car beeping? I don't know, but you know there's a problem with the climate, right? With the global warming and stuff. You know, this is how we're gonna save our future. This is how we're gonna save the planet for our children, and I plan to make a lot of children, so this is particularly important to me because my children are going to inherit the earth, and you know, I want them to have a great future. And for that to happen, we need more people on the road with electric cars, and for that to happen, we need affordable, long range, high quality cars that people can buy. And this is not a pro-China position that I'm saying, but the Chinese got it right. The Chinese private enterprises, I'm not talking about the government here, I'm talking about the private businesses in China. They produce high quality electric cars that should be enjoyed worldwide, because this is how we are going to electrify our future. All right, so take some fucking action and look into the Ora Good Cat, which is a funny name. Good cat, good pussy, you know, but it is a good cat. It can catch mice. It does everything so well. It doesn't go very fast, but you know, but it's a car I would buy anywhere. All right, don't be a fucktard.